What's up, everybody? Yeah, this here gonna be spoilers. Y'all come on in. We gonna talk about this movie Aladdin. This metaphysical grimoire known as Aladdin. So y'all come on in. Yeah, y'all come on in. We gonna talk about this. What's up, Miss Mimi? Miss Mimi, evening, Marvin. It's funny. I was thinking yesterday if you were going to cover the movie Aladdin. Hell yeah. Aladdin is one of my top 3 favorite Disney movies, along with Beauty and the Beast and Oliver and Company. So then after that is All Dogs Go to Heaven and Lion King. So All Dogs Go to Heaven Part 2 and Lion King. So I had to cover this one. This is one of my childhood favorites here. I grew up with this movie actually. So I gotta represent. I gotta represent. So give him a few more minutes to come on in, we'll get started. Yeah, y'all come on in. Give him a little while longer and we'll get it in. We'll get it in. What's up, kid? Give him a few more. Give him a little while longer. And we gonna get it in. Alright, how about we go and get started? Now, I just got through seeing Aladdin, so if you ain't seen it yet, this will be spoilers. You come back and watch this later, or you can watch it now and go and watch the movie with a whole new set of eyes. You know, choice is yours. Let us begin. Now, Aladdin is, like I just told Miss Mimi, one of my all-time favorite Disney movies because is not only a rag to riches story, it represents the struggle in this purest form of what a magical warrior or a spiritual warrior has to go through on a daily basis. Now, this is where it get real. This is where it get real, y'all. You had this character by the name of Aladdin. Now, the Aladdin, Alibaba, and all these legends mainly came out the house of Sufism, Islam, the Fusaria, which were the Muslim version of the Knight Templars, Holy Warriors, also Holy Warriors. The Narmongu in Persia, the Fisher King, the original Grail legends before it migrated to Europe, and before the original King Arthur. So in the original Grail legend. So this is one of their metaphysical stories. You see what I'm saying? The original, cause once the Moors came out of Africa and migrated to Europe, while helping the Arabs conquer the Middle East and Northern Africa at the time, they were known as the Berbers. And when they helped them conquer Southern Europe, then they slowly but surely came to power. You see what I'm saying? And became known as the Euro Moors, and created their Moorish empire there. And they was known as the Moorish warlords. You see what I'm saying? The Moorish warriors. You see, and they produced a powerful magical system in Gnosticism. You see what I'm saying? So before that, during the reign of in the Middle Eastern world, you had these stories known as Aladdin, prior to this, and they were ruling the world at this point. The Muslims had the most power at this point. You see what I'm saying? So the Sufis, like I said, you had even the assassins, the Hashashin, the Fidai, like I said, the Narmongu, the Fusaria, just name a few. That's where this energy comes from. That's where it stems from. You see what I'm saying? So now that y'all got a little historical background, let's get into the actual movie. Now, in the movie, you got this character, this spiritual warrior in training, who is at this point in time a thief. Now I know what you think, and most times a thief is considered a bad person, but no, a thief is just another skill set, another persona that you can take on in this life. You see what I'm saying? And he was only doing this to survive because his parents died and he was an orphan. And the type of society he lived in, if you was a nobody, then you usually stayed a nobody. You see what I'm saying? You had to fight through tooth and nail to get to where you wanted to be. So this story is no different. So he meets a princess, which is his feminine energy, of course, in this movie. And her name was Jasmine, Princess Jasmine. And he always hanging out with a monkey. Now the monkey is interesting because that is the deity Tehuti. Tehuti is always represented by another, besides the ibis bird, he's also represented by the baboons. That's another animal that's in his particular frequency. You see what I'm saying? So the monkey in this case is Tehuti's energy. You see what I'm saying? He the wise monkey. You see this monkey a few times throughout Disney movies. Like you had the baboon and Lion King. So they use that energy to represent Tehuti on multiple occasions. And Tehuti is the ancient Egyptian god of wisdom. Or Jehut, as he was originally known, the original Jedi that came out of Atlantis. So he was the last true and living Jedi in Atlantis, who his teacher's name was Sessin, if y'all ever wanted to know. So he meets this princess. There you go, Kevin, the Monkey King energy. So he meets her. She gets into some trouble with one of the merchants, and he helps her out. And they go on this, and from this point on, they go on this huge adventure. Because the feminine energy always leads you back to your true self. The goddess always spark, because she just represented Aset in this case, or Sekhmet, whichever one you like. She represented both of them because she flipped and flopped between the two energies. This is what's happening here. She started to lead. She started to help him start this quest. You see what I'm saying? And it started with a bracelet, a magical item, that she had from her mother, who was royalty. So you talking about this powerful matriarch. You see what I'm saying? The matriarchal energy. So Sophia. You see what I'm saying? So what's happening here is he leads her on a journey, and then she returns the favor later on in the show, right? Cause he stole her, the monkey actually, Abu stole her bracelet and he returned it to her, and that's when the adventure really began. Then you have the character Jafar. Now Jafar is Aladdin's dark side. They literally have the same upbringing. He was also a thief who worked his way up to become the vizier of the Sultan in Agrabah. See what I'm saying? So this is what you're talking about. So this is his dark side. And one thing about Jafar, he was always rocking the serpent scepter, which is the Jed pillar. You see what I'm saying? Because he was a magi. He had became a magi, and he always rode with a spirit animal as well. You know, which was, for him, it was the bird, and the bird just represent the phoenix. You see what I'm saying? It just represent the phoenix. You see what I'm saying? Rising out of the ashes, because he had a rag the riches story too. But this was nothing but Aladdin's dark side. You see what I'm saying? He had took a dark path, whereas Aladdin has yet to choose his path. He just coming into the wisdom. Well, he sneaks around, does different things, and he catches the eye of Jafar, cause Aladdin fulfills the prophecy of the Cave of Wonders is saying as the diamond in the rough. You see what I'm saying? Or the diamond is your soul that's in the rough or the struggle. You see what I'm saying? In this physical world. See what I'm saying? So you're a powerful old soul that's struggling in this physical world, or what we know as star seeds. You see what I'm saying? So what happens? He gets contracted out by Jafar, kidnapped, I guess you would say, after he left Lady Jasmine, because now he on his journey of the hero. He got to leave home to learn something. Now, up until this point, the Cave of Wonders has been eating everybody because they souls weren't strong enough yet. They weren't wise enough. They hadn't gained the level of experience, life experience, and spiritual wisdom that they needed to be able to enter into the Cave of Wonders. Now he goes to the Cave of Wonders. Of course, it looks like a lion. Of course, we already know this the Sphinx. This is the doorway into your subconscious mind. Now, when Aladdin enters the doorway, he falls into the Cave of Wonders. But Jafar tells him, "Don't take no Jews," cause what was his greatest weakness? Greed. That was his greatest weakness. As a person who has never had anything, his biggest shadow, his biggest, all his traumas and everything came from greed. Yeah, it got people out here riding around, having a good time, I guess you could say. So yeah. There we go. Anyway, so this goes down, and what happens here is you get him sliding down, and he had to deal with his greed. Now it almost got him to Abu slapped him one good time, like, hey, you need to leave us alone. But Abu eventually he fell to it too. So he went and grabs the lamp, cause you know, what does the lamp represent? It represents your human brain. You see what I'm saying? And of course the monkey, he it's a red jewel. That's what makes it funny. It's a red jewel that falls in his face, and he couldn't resist that motherfucker, y'all. He couldn't resist it. And you know that's the root chakra, the shadow of greed. He couldn't resist that shit no more. And this is what happens. A lot of times we get trapped down here only because we fall in love with the materialistic shit of the world. You see what I'm saying? The materialistic things in the world. So this was going on here. So the monkey grabbed it, and the jewel and shit started to collapse. Now there's a magic carpet in here as well that he frees. Now the magic carpet is your Merkaba. You see what I'm saying? Your vehicle of light, your chariot of light that you read about in the Bible. that you use to traverse the multiverse and your innerverse. You see what I'm saying? So this is what's going on. What up, Aisha? This is where it get real. So the cave started collapsing. Of course, the cave started collapsing in on him. So things went down. He got trapped in the cave or whatever, and he had to summon a genie. Now, who does the genie represent? Of course, the genie represents your higher self, your inner deity. That's why he was blue, throat chakra, the truth. But he was chained to the lamp. Why? But cause he was chained to the lamp. Why? The lamp represents your physical brain. He always grants you 3 wishes. The 3 wishes, the 3 magi, it was one more. The 3 wishes, the 3 magi, the 3 is one more. The 3 kings. There you go. The 3 kings. And this represents your hypothalamus, pituitary, and pineal glands. You see what I'm saying? That's all it represents. But they trapped or suppressed into the physical brain. This is no different in the physical world. These glands that activate your true power, your higher self, are usually suppressed and locked down, in prison, in your mind. You see what I'm saying? And the world keeps it locked down because of all the shit that's going on. You see what I'm saying? That's because the genie is your higher self, your inner deity. So that's what he represents, period. You see what I'm saying? Of course, it was played by Will Smith, which is a funny motherfucker, as y'all will know. Now, what goes on, they hook up. He does one wish, you know, and this deals with him getting his physical self together, getting his physical properties together, you know, making himself a prince, or created a false persona to get close to the princess. You see what I'm saying? To get close to the goddess. So he had to come right. You see what I'm saying? He had to come his hair root energy. You see what I'm saying? So they know who he is. This is his journey of the hero. I gotta come correct, or I'm wasting my time. So he show up. He show up and show out. You know, have a good time, have fun, and he actually gets the princess. You see what I'm saying? He actually gets Jasmine for a time. But the problem was, his mistake was, he never told her who he truly was, which was Aladdin. Cause she couldn't see past the genie magic. You see what I'm saying? So since he never told her who he really was, or didn't confess who he really was, then this led him on a path. This led him on a violent path, or clashing with Jafar. You see what I'm saying? Jafar took advantage of this energy when he caught his ass and threw his ass in the ocean. Once again, he trapped. You see what I'm saying? And he had to use his second wish to do what? Get free. You see what I'm saying? He fell back into his subconscious. You see what I'm saying? His unconscious mind. That's what the oceans usually represent. And the genie, his inner deity, had to come save him, because he was asleep again. He had fell asleep again. He had fell into a zombified state again. And he had to bring it back out of that shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, hey man, remember who you is. You ain't this person. So this is what's happening here. Then what goes on? What happens next? What happens next is Jafar gets the lamp. You know, we seen this coming, cause they set him up in the movie for the fall or whatever, and they caught him in his treachery. So, and then Aladdin destroys his Jed pillar, shuts down his Kundalini energy, so he had to run. And he became a thief again, and he stole the lamp. See what I'm saying? When he stole his lamp, then it got real. That's when he became a fool again. So he had 3 wishes. Now his 3 wishes was pure ambition. He wanted to become the Sultan, which he became, but he realized political power wasn't enough, cause they fought back with his ass with political power. Then so he took it a step further and got into his magical power. Now he was good here because he was the most powerful sorcerer in the land. But fucking Aladdin tricked his ass into thinking that, nah, you ain't the most powerful being. You just a sorcerer. There's a higher level than this, which was the God level, which was his higher self. But he didn't say he wanted to be a god. He just said, I want to be an all powerful being. And Will Smith was like, Yeah, there's a lot of gray area in it. So he transformed him into a genie for his third wish. And all genies, the first thing that happens to a genie is they gotta be bound to a physical brain. You see what I'm saying? So he locked his ass down. You see what I'm saying? But this is just Aladdin's journey of the hero, y'all. Him conquering his dark side. Of course, he gets the girl. But I want to talk to y'all about his conversation with the genie at the end of the movie. The genie was just at this point was giving him references of different things he could do to get the princess, because we was on the right path, but we was wrong. And one of the things he said is you can use me to abolish the law. You talking about the physical law? We can use me to abolish the physical law. And guess what? He used it. He said, you can abolish the physical law. He was like, hell yeah. So he telling you magic is stronger than the physical law. Right there, magic is more powerful than physical law. Because divine law is ye are gods, ye are deity, ye are Buddha, however you like to say it. You see what I'm saying? Whatever, ye are Christ. Whatever's your favorite way of saying it. So in this movie, this was a mind blowing conversation. So I was like, damn, he just out and said it. Now, Jasmine's particular animal she had a spirit animal too. All these motherfuckers had spirit animals. Peep game here. Jafar had the phoenix because he rose from the ashes and rose to power and prominence. That was his spirit animal. Jasmine had the tiger, which is an Asian guy by the name of Benny Limot, and he was a general, a warrior god. You see what I'm saying? So that's what she had her fire, that segmentation energy. When she was flipping out on everybody. My bad, tiger. The tiger, my bad. Yeah, he had a tiger. That's that Benny Limot, the tiger, the Asian tiger god general, and he was warrior energy. Or whatever. He represented the warrior energy that lived inside of Jasmine, where she actually used this warrior energy to turn her guard back to her side instead of having him work for Jafar. You see what I'm saying? She actually used this. She used her word. You see what I'm saying? Her spoken word. And of course he listened because he understood what it was all about. So of course, segmentation energy. She was going in. She unleashed her warrior spirit, her warrior soul. And brought this guy back to their side. You see what I'm saying? So she seen how deadly Jafar was when he became this sorcerer. And what did he do? The first thing he did once he became sorcerer was he summoned a literal cobra or a kundalini energy back into his hand. Of course, he was using it for dark purposes, but everybody's playing a role here. These are all deities playing a role. They all manifestations of Aladdin, for real. The Sultan is really his the sage. You pretty much his own version of Yoda. You see what I'm saying? His own little Yoda. So Jasmine is his feminine energy. Jafar is his dark side. You got all the animals. They the deities. So this is what you're dealing with. So this is a great movie as far as the metaphysical teachings here. It's real good. Then they gave you music. Music is a power. Music is a universal language, just like math. You see what I'm saying? It's a universal language that can speak to your right hemisphere. So this where it was at. This where it was at, right? In this movie. So I was like, damn, this shit here is dope. This shit here is deep. It's been so long since I've seen the movie, but it was one of my favorite movies growing up. So I was like, damn, he really went in on this movie. He really went in. Like, it's funny too. Jafar had all this power, but he never accepted what was going on inside him, because Aladdin told him, he was like, nah, cuz I tried what you tried and it don't work. You gonna end up destroying yourself. And he ain't listen, and he ended up destroying himself. So this the mind blowing teachings that you get here. You see what I'm saying? So I was like, damn. This shit here is real. This shit here is fire. Because you know, Agrabah is just his training ground. You see what I'm saying? That's just his training ground, the city that he living in, that he need to learn his lessons so his soul can grow properly. So yeah, it's deep. It's deep. His journey of the hero was one of my favorite journey of the heroes, because he literally came from nothing and he ascended to the throne, which was his crown chakra, of course. So now his last wish, which is the last one I want to talk about, was to free the genie. Now, in the cartoon, he kept his powers. Now, in the movie, I guess they not planning on doing another Aladdin, because they didn't let him keep his powers or whatever. But in the anime, the cartoon, he kept his powers. But this here was a profound energy because he freed his inner deity. He unleashed his true self onto the physical plane. This is what this represented. And they hugged, and this is represents them becoming one holistic energy, one holistic entity. So I'm like, damn, this I forgot how real, for how deep this was, because I haven't seen this since I was a kid. So now I'm a little bit more awakened, got a little bit more consciousness on me. I know what I'm looking at now. You see what I'm saying? Like, damn. You see what I'm saying? And they show you multiple times in this show that the physical world pales in comparison to magic. You see what I'm saying? To your magical power, your soul power. You see what I'm saying? They show you this on multiple motherfucking occasions. When they rose up against Jafar, he actually become the most powerful sorcerer, the most powerful magi. They couldn't do shit with his ass. You see what I'm saying? They couldn't do nothing with him. So I'm like, damn, this shit here some serious. Now, Jafar also represented something else. He represented the old ways. Motherfuckers, they get that power. They achieve that level of power back in the good old days and ancient days, but their heart chakras was fucked up, and they just did fucked up shit with their power. You see what I'm saying? So that's our ancestors when they was on the low end, in their egos, fucking shit up. You see what I'm saying? He had all that power, and the only thing he could do was destroy the world. That's the only thing he could get out of this. All that shit that he learned, and the only thing he got out of it was murder, pillaging, plunder, and destruction. You see what I'm saying? Like, damn, nigga, all this magical wisdom, that's the best you could do. It's destroy. It's fuck shit up. The first thing he wanted to do after getting his power was conquer. Was assemble an army to fuck somebody else's place up. Like, damn, that's the first thing. That's the first thing you gonna do, huh? You couldn't figure out the ability to do with the power. You see what I'm saying? So this is why they showed you in this cool ass metaphysical grimoire we were looking at here. They showed you what happened to our ancestors when they got this arrogant. They became as powerful as they could become, him becoming a genie, but they were so fucked up, they were so in their ego that they destroyed themselves. Their own higher selves shut them down and locked them down in the physical brain. You see what I'm saying? In the physical body, in the ego. So they wanted to be egotistical, so now you gotta live a life of egotism. But you can't do it without magic now. You gotta walk around here powerless now. And the only way you're gonna get back is if you learn to the only way you're gonna get back is if you learn to tap back in, to clean up your heart. You see what I'm saying? Is if you can filter out your heart chakra and it becomes as light as a feather. You see what I'm saying? Then you can rise back up and become God again. You see what I'm saying? So that was the lesson that Jafar showed you. That was the role he played in this movie. So it was a real powerful movie here. It was great. It's amazing. One of my most favorite movies. So with that being said, y'all have any questions? I just wanted to go over there for y'all. I ain't gonna make this too long. So y'all got any questions? Miss Mimi, wow, that's what's up. How you broke this movie down? Oh, well, I'm looking at it with a different set of eyes now. When your third eye awaken, all this shit come to you naturally. Hey, shit, when your third eye awaken, all that shit come to you naturally. Shit, you just decode it with your intuition. So, any other questions? questions before I get out of here. Miss Mimi, his desire to be rich was his higher self. You talking about Aladdin or you talking about Jafar, Miss Mimi? Yeah, his desire to be rich was his lower self. Yeah, was both their lower selves, Jafar and Aladdin. That was their biggest weakness. It's the King Midas story all over again. He had to learn that actual wealth is not nearly as important as inner wealth or true wealth. You see what I'm saying? So the only difference between Aladdin and Jafar is Aladdin conquered his lower self, whereas Jafar succumbed to his lower self. So any other questions before I get up out of here, cause this was a great movie, great little visual grimoire. Y'all can go check out. Great little. Now y'all got the metaphysical lore. Y'all can go watch it, see for yourself, see what y'all get out of it, and take that information, do what you need to do with it. Cause everybody been seeing genius. I was like, the genius ain't never your higher self. That's all they represent. That's all they represent. Your higher self, your inner deity, your inner god, your inner goddess. That's all genius represent. Who was bound to the physical brain, which was supposed to be the physical body, which is who was bound to the physical brain, which is inside of the physical body. That's what you're dealing with here. And what's worse, since how you bound to it, you subject to the laws of the physical world. And this physical world and the societies you live in don't want you reactivating those three wishes: the pineal, the pituitary gland, and the hypothalamus gland. So yeah. So any other questions before I get out of here? Well, alright, y'all. This is Marvin Jones. Y'all share this with your friends. Also check out my YouTube channel, The Sentinel Way. That's SENTINEL Way. Where y'all can find all my lectures, my Facebook lectures especially. You know, so if you want to hear the rest of my work, come check me out there. And I'm out, y'all. Peace.